Are you living the life you've always imagined? Or are you just going through the motions, settling for what comes your way? Letting life happen to you instead of creating the life you truly want. The truth is, your future is not something that just happens, it's something you create. The decisions you make today, the actions you take today, shape the life you will live tomorrow. Are you willing to step up and take control? Are you ready to stop making excuses and start building the future you deserve? The life you've always imagined is within your reach, but it requires effort, focus, and commitment. It won't come easily, but it will come if you're willing to do what it takes. In this video, we're diving into how to stop settling, how to create your future, and how to live the life you've always imagined. Stay with me, because this could change everything for you. Number 1. Decide today to design the life you truly want. Decide today to design the life you truly want. Those words are not just advice. They are a call to action. Every person watching or listening to me right now has the power to make that decision. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need all the answers. What you need is to decide. Most people never do. They just wander through life, taking what comes, hoping things will somehow improve. But life doesn't improve by chance. It improves by choice. Your choice. I was an ordinary man once, struggling, confused, broke. I remember sitting quietly one evening thinking to myself, how did I get here? I had big dreams as a young man. I thought I'd be successful by now. I thought life would somehow hand me the life I wanted because I wanted it. But it doesn't work that way. I realized I had never really decided. I was living by default. I was reacting to life instead of designing it. That's the first step. The decision. Decide today, not tomorrow, not next week. Today, if you want a different life, you've got to make that decision and mean it. The clock is ticking. Time will pass, whether you decide or not. The question is, will you just let time pass, or will you use it? Will you take control? Will you finally say enough is enough? No more drifting. No more hoping without doing. Decide. And when I say decide, I don't mean just wish. I don't mean saying it casually, like most people do. I'm talking about a deep, serious, life-changing decision. One you make when you're alone, when no one's watching, when it's just you and your thoughts. A real decision comes with responsibility. It means you stop blaming circumstances. Stop blaming people. Stop blaming your past. You stop saying if only. It means you stand up and say, it's me. I'm responsible. I'm going to change this. You can't change the past. That's finished. It's locked in. But you can change your future, and it starts the moment you decide. Some people think they need more information before they can start. No, you don't. You need commitment. Some think they need someone to show them the way first. No, you don't. You need to make up your mind first. Only then will you start seeing the way forward. I used to think I needed someone to come and rescue me. I used to wait for luck, for a lucky break. That's the problem. Too many people are waiting for the economy to get better, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for someone to notice them. But if you keep waiting, you'll keep waiting. The truth is, the opportunity has already arrived. It's you. You are the opportunity. You are the one who will make it happen. The world isn't going to hand it to you. Life is not a lottery ticket. You've got to get serious. You've got to get intentional. So, what do you really want? Not what someone else wants for you. Not what society says you should want. What do you want deep inside? What would make you wake up in the morning excited? What would make you proud at the end of your life? Knowing you lived fully. Knowing you didn't waste your time. If you don't design your life, someone else will. And they probably won't design it in your favor. You'll end up living by accident. I see it all the time. People just end up somewhere. Not by choice, but by drifting. They accept whatever life hands them. They say, well, that's just the way it is. No, it's not. It's the way you've allowed it to be. The good news is you can change it. You don't have to know exactly how it's all going to turn out. You don't need all the steps today. You just need the decision. Once you decide, things start to move. You'll notice opportunities you never noticed before. You'll find energy you didn't know you had. You'll meet people you never expected to meet. Life will start cooperating because you are now serious. But you've got to get serious. And I'll tell you, making this decision is not just about having more money or more things. It's about fulfillment. It's about dignity. It's about knowing you used your potential instead of wasting it. Too many people reach the end of their life full of regrets, not because they tried and failed, but because they never tried. Don't let that be you. Decide today. Deciding today means you start looking at your habits. Your habits have brought you where you are. If you don't like where you are, you've got to change your habits. It's simple. You can't keep doing what you've been doing and expect something different. You've got to break old patterns. You've got to say to yourself, from today, I don't live like this anymore. It might mean changing how you use your time. It might mean changing who you spend time with. It might mean learning new skills, reading more, studying more, practicing more. It might mean saying no to things you've always said yes to. It might mean facing fears you've been avoiding. But that's the price. And the price is worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. You've got to write it down. Get it out of your head and onto paper. Write down the life you want. Be clear about it. Be specific. Most people never write it down. They just hope. That's not enough. Write it down. Read it every day. Remind yourself every day why you're doing this. Remind yourself every day that you've decided. I did this when I was young and struggling. I wrote down that I wanted to be successful. I wanted to be wealthy, not just for money, but for freedom. I wanted to help others. I wanted to be respected. I wanted to live life on my terms. And once I wrote it down and looked at it every day, it became real. It wasn't just a wish anymore. It became a plan. And when you decide today, you will face challenges. Don't think it will all be easy. You will be tested. You will have days when you doubt yourself. You will have moments when you want to quit. That's normal. But you can't give up. You've got to stick with the decision. You've got to fight for the life you want. If you don't, you'll end up with the life you don't want. And I'll tell you something else. People will question you. Some will even laugh at you. Some will tell you you're wasting your time. Some will say you're dreaming too big. That's okay. That's their problem, not yours. Most of them never decided for themselves. They gave up a long time ago. Don't let their doubt become your doubt. You've got to stay focused. You've got to protect your decision, like it's the most precious thing you have, because it is. This decision will change everything. It will change how you walk, how you talk, how you show up in the world. It will change how you think. And when your thinking changes, your life changes. And don't fall for the trap of comparing yourself to others. Your life is yours. Your race is yours. Your timing is yours. Decide today and work every day. Some days you'll make big progress. Some days just a little. But as long as you're moving forward, you are winning. Stay patient. Stay steady. Stay committed. The world will try to distract you. The world will try to tempt you with shortcuts. Don't fall for it. You don't need shortcuts. You need commitment. You need patience. You need to be willing to do the work. You need to be willing to sacrifice some things now, so you can have the life you want later. That's the deal. It's fair. It's not easy, but it's fair. And the beauty is, the day you decide is the day things begin to change. You'll feel it inside. You'll feel stronger. You'll feel clear. You'll feel like you finally took control of your life. And that feeling will carry you through the tough times. That feeling will remind you why you started. So today, I am telling you, decide. Don't leave this room. Don't finish this video without deciding. This is your life. No one else can live it for you. No one else will design it for you. You've got one shot. You've got one life. Make it count. Design the life you truly want. Not a life of survival, but a life of purpose. A life of meaning. A life that makes you proud. Stand up today, inside yourself, and say, I will. That's when things start to change. That's when you stop being a victim and start becoming the architect.
That's when you take back control. That's when you set in motion the life you've always imagined. And I promise you, if you decide today, and you stay with it, you'll look back one day and say, I'm so glad I did.
Number 2, take full responsibility for how your life turns out. Take full responsibility for how your life turns out. It sounds simple when you first hear it, but most people never actually do it. They may say the words, but deep down they hold on to excuses, they hold on to blame, and they hold on to old stories about why things are the way they are. I know because I was one of them. I used to blame the government, the economy, the company, my boss, my background, my circumstances. I thought all these things were the reason I wasn't where I wanted to be. But blaming never changed anything. Blaming just made me feel worse and kept me stuck. You have to reach a point where you stand up inside yourself and say, it's me, not my parents, not my boss, not the weather, not the economy, it's me. That's when things start to change. As long as you keep pointing the finger somewhere else, you hand away all your power. You are saying someone else is in charge of your life. Someone else gets to decide how your story ends. But when you take full responsibility, you take back the pen. You become the one writing the story. I remember the day I accepted full responsibility. It wasn't easy. It felt heavy at first. It felt uncomfortable. It made me realize how much time I had wasted making excuses. But it also gave me hope, because if it was really up to me, then I could change it. If I was the one who made the choices that got me here, then I could make new choices to get somewhere else. That's freedom. That's power. Some people think responsibility means blame. It does not. It just means you accept that you are the one who must fix it. You may not have caused everything, but you are responsible for where you go from here. Nobody else is coming to save you. Nobody else is going to hand you the life you want. That's on you. Taking full responsibility means you stop waiting. You stop waiting for the right time, the perfect circumstances, or someone else's approval. You get up and start now. You work with what you have. You make the most of where you are. The truth is, you probably have more than enough to begin. The problem is not what you have. The problem is whether you're ready to take responsibility and use what you have. When I was young, I kept waiting. I thought someone would eventually show up and make my life better. I thought someone would hand me a better opportunity, more money, more direction. But I kept waiting, and nothing changed. I was still broke. I was still confused. Then one day it hit me. I am the one who has to change. If I don't change, nothing else will. That's the truth most people avoid, because it's uncomfortable. But avoiding it just makes life harder. If you want things to change, you have to change. If you want things to get better, you have to get better. That's the responsibility I'm talking about. It's not a punishment. It's a gift. It means you don't have to wait for anyone or anything. You can start now. You can improve now. You can grow now. And as you do, life will begin to change around you. Taking responsibility means you face the truth about your habits. Are you really doing the work? Are you really giving your best effort? Are you spending your time on things that move you forward? Are you avoiding the hard things because they make you uncomfortable? You have to be honest with yourself. Most people aren't. They tell themselves they're doing enough when deep down they know they're not. When you take responsibility, you also accept that your results are your results. If they are good, you earned them. If they are bad, you earned them. It's not the market's fault. It's not your competition's fault. It's not your family's fault. It's you. Once you accept that, you can get to work fixing it. You can adjust. You can learn. You can improve. But you have to take ownership first. I meet people all the time who say, Jim, you don't understand. You don't know my situation. You're right, I don't. But I do know human nature. I know we all have problems. We all face difficulties. We all have unfair things happen to us. But some people rise and others don't. And it's not because life was easier for some. It's because some decided to take responsibility and others didn't. Taking responsibility does not mean you won't have setbacks. It doesn't mean you won't have failures. It doesn't mean life will suddenly get easy. What it means is you will keep going no matter what. You will adjust when needed. You will find solutions. You will work harder, think smarter, and never quit, because you know that no one else is responsible for your life but you. Responsibility also means you control how you respond. Things will happen you don't like. Things will happen you didn't plan. But how you respond is always up to you. Do you complain or do you solve? Do you make excuses or do you find a way? Do you shrink back or do you step up? You get to choose every single time. No one can take that from you. And the best part is, when you take responsibility, you earn self-respect. Nothing feels better than knowing you did it, knowing you worked for it, knowing you didn't blame or beg, knowing you stood up like a responsible person and handled your business. That feels good. That builds confidence. That builds character. Some people will not like this message. They want to keep blaming. They want to keep playing the victim. They want sympathy instead of results. But sympathy doesn't pay the bills. Sympathy doesn't build your dream. Responsibility does. Results do. And you can have results if you decide today to take responsibility. Now you might say, but Jim, you don't know what I've been through. And you're right. I don't. I'm not here to tell you it's easy. I'm here to tell you it's possible. I'm here to tell you you have what it takes. You might have to work harder than others. You might have to sacrifice more than others. You might have to learn faster than others. But you can do it. If you take responsibility, you can do it. When you take responsibility, you no longer fear failure. Because even if you fail, you know you can try again. You know you can adjust. You know you can learn. People who blame never learn. People who blame never grow. Because they are too busy looking out the window instead of in the mirror. I remember one of the first lessons I learned was that I needed to stop wishing things were easier and start working to be better. That shift in mindset changed everything for me. It took me from broke to wealthy. It took me from confused to clear. It took me from passive to active. Because once you take responsibility, you stop waiting. You start creating. And you don't have to wait to feel ready. You just have to start. Starting builds the momentum. Starting teaches you. Starting exposes your weaknesses so you can fix them. Starting makes you stronger. You don't need everything to be perfect. You just need to take the first step. Take ownership today. And when you do, you will notice that you start feeling more alive. You stop feeling powerless. You stop feeling like a victim. You start feeling like the person in charge of your own life. That feeling is priceless. That feeling will get you up early in the morning and keep you going late into the night. That feeling will make you proud when you look in the mirror. So take responsibility for your future. Take responsibility for your finances. Take responsibility for your health. Take responsibility for your relationships. Take responsibility for your time. Take responsibility for your decisions. Take responsibility for your emotions. Take responsibility for your growth. Every area of your life will improve the moment you take responsibility. And if you slip, if you mess up, don't blame, don't make excuses. Just fix it. Adjust, learn, grow, get back up, keep going. Responsibility does not mean you are perfect. It just means you are accountable. It just means you don't give up the power to someone else. You see, you can have excuses, or you can have progress, but you can't have both. You can have blame, or you can have growth, but you can't have both. You can point the finger, or you can build the future, but you can't do both. Make your choice. And my hope is you choose to take responsibility, because once you do, you will discover strength you didn't know you had. You will discover courage you didn't think was inside you. You will discover how much you can actually do when you stop waiting for someone else to make it happen. It's all you. It always has been. Take full responsibility, and you will change your life. Number 3. Work every single day to build your ideal future. Work every single day to build your ideal future. That's the path. And it's the only one I know that works. No shortcuts. No easy way around it. Every day counts. Every single day matters. The truth is, the life you want is not going to hand itself to you. Nobody is going to knock on your door and say, here it is. It's something you have to build, piece by piece, day by day, effort by effort. And it starts with you deciding that every day is important, that every day is a building block. The question is, are you using your days to build or to waste? When I started out, I wasted days. I wasted weeks. I thought it didn't matter. I thought I could skip today and catch up tomorrow. But it doesn't work like that. You don't catch up. You don't make up for lost days. Every day you waste is a brick you never laid. Every day you skip is a seed you never planted. And you can't get it back. Once I realized that, I changed the way I treated my time. I started treating each day like it mattered. Because it does. Working every day does not mean working yourself into the ground. It does not mean wearing yourself out. It means staying consistent. It means showing up every day with a clear purpose. It means doing the work whether you feel like it or not. It means doing the work when no one is watching. It means doing the work when you don't see immediate results. That's the real test. Can you keep going when it feels like nothing is happening? Can you keep doing the small, quiet, unnoticed things that actually build the future you want? Most people only work when they feel motivated. They only push when it feels exciting. But you don't build your future on motivation. Motivation is nice, but it comes and goes. What builds your future is discipline. Discipline shows up every day. Discipline works every day. Discipline does not care about how you feel today. It only cares about what needs to be done. Some people will tell you that you should only do what you love. I don't agree. Sometimes you have to do what you don't love to build the life you love. Sometimes you have to do things you'd rather avoid. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Give up comfort and go the extra mile. But I promise you, when you get there, when you see the life you've built, it will be worth every bit of it. Every day you are either getting closer to your ideal future or further away from it. There is no standing still. Time is always moving. Life is always happening. If you don't build, if you don't plant, if you don't work, life will pass you by. Before you know it, another year will be gone. And then another. And you'll look up one day and wonder where all the time went. Don't let that happen. When I say work every single day, I don't just mean physical work. I mean working on your mind, working on your skills, working on your habits, working on your character. Work on all of it. You don't just build a future with your hands. You build it with your thinking, with your learning, with your choices. Every book you read, every hour you practice, every decision you make, it's all part of the work. I remember when I first started learning, I wasn't making much money. I didn't have a lot of success yet, but I decided I could still learn. I could still prepare. I could still improve. I read every day. I listened every day. I wrote every day. And little by little I became a different person. Not all at once, but step by step. And that's how you build. Step by step. People want big changes overnight. They want instant success. But life does not work that way. Success is built daily. Results are built daily. You don't go to the gym once and get in shape. You don't work one day and expect wealth. You don't study 1 hour and expect to be wise. It takes steady daily effort. And if you're willing to give that, you'll be amazed at how much can change in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years. One of the most dangerous lies is thinking you have plenty of time, that you can start later, that you can get serious next year. Don't fall for that. The clock is ticking, whether you acknowledge it or not. The days are passing whether you use them or not. And the people who succeed, the people who live their ideal future are the ones who use today. Not tomorrow, not someday. Today. And I'm not saying you have to work 16 hours a day. I'm saying you have to work every day. Even if it's 1 hour, even if it's 30 minutes. But do it with intention. Do it with purpose. Make it count. You would be surprised what you can build if you just decide to work on it every day. Working every day also builds something beyond results. It builds confidence. It builds belief. It builds self-respect. Every time you do what you said you would do, you trust yourself more. You believe in yourself more. And that belief is powerful. That belief is what will keep you going when it gets tough. It will get tough. There will be days you don't feel like it.
There will be days when progress feels slow. There will be days when you wonder if it's even worth it. Those are the most important days. Those are the days that count the most. Because if you can work on those days, you can work on any day. I used to think successful people were lucky. I used to think they had something I didn't. But when I started meeting them, when I started learning from them, I found out the truth. They weren't lucky. They were consistent. They worked every single day. They didn't stop when it got boring. They didn't quit when it got hard. They kept going. And because of that, they built the life they wanted. You don't need anyone's permission to work on your future. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need all the answers. You just need to start. You just need to do something today, and then do something tomorrow, and keep doing it. Every small step adds up. Every small effort builds. Over time it compounds. And then one day you look up and you realize you built it. You did it. It wasn't easy. It wasn't fast. But it was worth it. Some people will disagree with this. They'll say you should take it easy. They'll say you should wait for the right time. They'll say you don't have to work every day. Be careful who you listen to. Most people are not building anything. Most people are hoping. Most people are wishing. You don't want to be like most people. You want to be one of the few who takes responsibility and does the work. You have one life, one shot, one chance to build something meaningful. Don't waste it. Don't let days slip away while you make excuses. Don't let fear or doubt steal your time. Work every single day. Build every single day. Grow every single day. The future you want is out there. It's waiting for you, but it's only available to those who are willing to put in the work. And the work is done today, not next week, not when you feel like it. Today, work today. Work tomorrow. Work the next day. Keep going. Keep building. Keep improving. And you will have a future you are proud of. A future you built with your own hands, your own mind, your own heart. That's the reward. And it's worth every single day you put into it.
Number 4, face your fears and move forward without hesitation. Facing your fears is one of the greatest decisions you will ever make. Fear holds back dreams. Fear holds back progress. Fear will hold you prisoner if you allow it. But the day you decide to face it head on is the day you start living fully. It is the day you start taking control of your life instead of being controlled by it. You see, fear is not just some feeling that comes and goes. Fear becomes a pattern if you keep giving into it. It will slowly take pieces of you until you hardly recognize yourself. I've seen people full of talent, full of potential, people who could have done so much, and yet they allowed fear to make their decisions. They said no when they should have said yes. They walked away when they should have stepped forward. And every time they chose fear over action, they weakened themselves without even realizing it. And the worst part is, after a while they started believing that fear was normal, that fear was their personality. But that's not true. Fear is not who you are. Fear is only something you feel, and you can decide to do something different regardless of it. I remember standing there early in my career, shaking inside because I was about to speak in front of a crowd, unsure if I had anything worth saying, wondering if they would laugh, wondering if I would embarrass myself. The fear was real. The hesitation was real. But I knew one thing. If I let fear win that day, it would win again tomorrow. And it would win again the next time after that. And soon I wouldn't just fear speaking. I would fear opportunity itself. I would fear putting myself out there. I would fear trying. And so I took a deep breath. And I stepped up anyway. I moved forward, not because I wasn't afraid, but because I refused to let fear have the final word. Every person has fear. I don't care how successful they are, how confident they look, how much they seem to have it all together. Inside, everyone feels fear, but the difference is how they respond to it. The ones who achieve, the ones who grow, the ones who create, are not the ones who don't feel fear. They are the ones who move anyway. They are the ones who move anyway. They are the ones who decide that fear is not a reason to stop, but a reason to step up. It is easy to hesitate when fear shows up. Fear can make you freeze. It can make you delay. It can make you say, I'll do it later when I feel more ready. But you will never feel fully ready. that moment will never come. The fear will never fully disappear. Waiting is the slowest death of dreams. Hesitation does not protect you. It robs you. It robs you of the experience. It robs you of the growth. It robs you of the reward. I have watched people hesitate for years. They had the idea. They had the opportunity. But they let fear stall them. And before they knew it, the moment was gone. You don't want to look back one day and say, I could have. You don't want to say, I almost did. You want to look back and know you stood up to fear. You want to know you moved forward, even when your stomach was tight and your hands were shaking. Because when you move through fear, you don't just get the reward of success. You get something more valuable. You get yourself back. You get your power back. You get the ability to say, I did not let fear win. You don't overcome fear by reading about it. You don't overcome fear by waiting for it to go away. You overcome fear by doing the very thing that scares you. The only way to get comfortable with fear is to get into motion. Action is the cure. Hesitation makes fear stronger. Action makes you stronger. Some people tell me I don't want to fail. They are so afraid of failing. And yet by avoiding action, they are already failing. The failure isn't falling short. The real failure is not trying. The real failure is standing still while your dreams drift further and further away. Every time you take action, even if you don't get it right the first time, you win, you learn, you grow, you get better. And next time you are stronger. But if you keep waiting for the fear to leave before you move, you will be stuck in the same place year after year. There is no perfect moment. There is only today. You don't have to wait until you feel brave. You just have to move. You just have to take the first step. Even if your voice shakes, even if your legs feel weak, that's when you start to grow. Growth doesn't come when it's easy. Growth comes when you move through the hard moments. When you face the fear and you do it anyway.
Number 5. Change your habits if you want a different result. If you want to change your life, you have to change your habits. It sounds simple, but it's the hardest thing for most people to do. The way you spend your time each day, the choices you make when no one's watching, the routines you follow without thinking, those are the things shaping your future. Not someday, but right now. Your habits are building your life one block at a time. Every day, you're either building something strong or you're letting it fall apart. Most people are waiting for life to get better without realizing they're the ones in charge of making it better. They want better health, better income, better relationships, better peace of mind. But if their habits don't match what they want, they'll never have it. You don't get what you want in life. You get what you consistently do. You get what your habits produce. Now ask yourself this. Are your habits taking you where you want to go? Or are they keeping you exactly where you are? The truth is, your future is hiding in your daily actions. If you want to know what your next 5 years look like, take a close look at how you're spending your mornings. Look at how you're handling your evenings. Look at what you eat, how you move, what you read, who you spend time with. Your life is already being written. The question is, are you the author, or are your habits running the show? One of the greatest powers we have as people is the ability to choose again. If something isn't working, we can stop. If something is holding us back, we can let it go. If something needs to be improved, we can build a new way. But none of that happens unless you decide to do something different. Change doesn't come from wishing, it comes from acting. You have to reach a point where staying the same hurts more than changing. Sometimes people say they don't have the time to change their habits. But the truth is, we all have time for what we decide matters. The same 24 hours is given to the person who's falling behind and the one who's moving forward. The difference is what they're doing with it. The small decisions, the daily focus. You might not have control over everything that happens around you, but you do control what you do with your day. You control how you respond. You control how much discipline you bring to the table. You control your effort. If you've been stuck in the same place, I want you to stop and think about what's causing it. Not the world, not your job, not your background. What are you doing every single day that's keeping you there? You see, you can't fix your life until you first get honest about what's not working. That takes courage. It's not easy to look in the mirror and admit you've been doing things wrong, but it's necessary if you ever want to grow. I've seen people change their lives by making one decision: to take their habits seriously. They stopped waiting. They stopped blaming. They started paying attention to how they were living. They became aware. That awareness is power. Once you realize that your repeated actions are the seeds of your future, you begin to take them more seriously. You start to see that every snack, every skipped workout, every hour wasted, every careless dollar, every missed opportunity, that's your life slipping through your fingers. Change doesn't start big. It starts small. It starts by getting up a little earlier, reading a few pages, writing your goals, being more intentional with your money, taking your health seriously, making the call you've been avoiding, saying no to things that don't help you grow. These small actions are not small at all. They are what transform your life from the inside out. If you're waiting for motivation, you're already behind. Motivation follows action. Start moving, and the energy will come. You have to understand that your brain will fight change. It loves comfort. It loves routine. But routine is only good when it's helping you, not hurting you. You've got to retrain your mind to push through resistance. That means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. Discipline is not a feeling, it's a choice. And it's a choice you make over and over again. The only way to live the life you want is to stop living the way you don't. And that starts by breaking the patterns that are keeping you stuck. If you keep hitting snooze, skipping workouts, spending money without thinking, wasting time on things that don't matter, then you're building a life you'll regret. But if you choose to rise early, train your body, invest wisely, speak with purpose, work with focus, you're creating a future you'll be proud of. People think they need to do everything at once. You don't. You need to do one thing at a time and stick to it. Build a system that works. Create a routine that supports your goals. Remove distractions that pull you away. Replace them with tools that bring you closer. Build a day that reflects your highest standards, not your lowest urges. That's how you build momentum. That's how you get results. No one is born with great habits. They're built. They're practiced. They're refined over time. And you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. If you miss a day, don't miss two. If you slip up, don't stay down. Get back on track. You're not building a perfect life. You're building a stronger one. One that you can be proud of. One that reflects your values. One that gives you peace of mind. You must protect your energy. You must guard your time. You must take control of your thoughts. Everything you allow in either builds you up or breaks you down. That includes your habits. Think about the person you want to become. Think about how that person lives, how they move, how they think, how they speak, how they respond. Then start becoming that person today. Not tomorrow. Today. If you want to be healthy, act like it. If you want to be wealthy, act like it. If you want to be respected, act like it. Don't wait for the world to give you permission. Don't wait for someone to hand you the map. The map is your actions. Your habits are your tools. Your results will always match your effort. So give it everything you've got. It's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about commitment. Are you committed to change, or are you just interested in it? If you're committed, you'll do whatever it takes. You'll get uncomfortable. You'll sacrifice. You'll stay late. You'll wake up early. You'll do the work. That's what separates people who succeed from people who stay stuck. They treat their habits like they matter. Because they do. Your life doesn't change by accident. It changes when you decide to take it seriously. That means choosing growth over comfort. It means choosing discipline over distraction. It means choosing progress over excuses. And yes, it means doing things you don't feel like doing. Because your future is worth it. Your peace is worth it. Your peace is worth it. Your goals are worth it. So if you want different results, change your habits. Don't just say it, live it. Show up every day and prove it. Not to the world, to yourself. Because once you start showing up for yourself, once you prove that you can keep promises to yourself, everything begins to shift. You gain confidence. You gain clarity. You gain control.
You are not your past habits. You are your next choice. And every choice matters. Every step matters. Build your life one choice at a time. Stack your good habits. Remove the ones that hurt you. Replace mindless actions with mindful ones. Replace weakness with strength. Replace excuses with action. If you don't build your life, someone else will. And chances are they won't build it the way you want it. This is your time to choose better. To live better. To be better. But it starts with habits. Not dreams. Not wishes. Not good intentions. Habits. Daily habits. Discipline. Focus. Clarity. You want a different result? Start building the habits that match that result. Show up like the person you want to be. Live every day with purpose. Push yourself beyond your comfort. Be honest. Be consistent. And never settle for a life that doesn't feel right. You are stronger than your excuses. You are capable of more than you think. But none of that matters unless you decide to change. Change your habits. And you'll change your life. It's that real. It's that powerful. It's that simple. Now go do it.
Number 6. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher. You have to understand something critical about life. You cannot do it alone. No matter how strong or independent you believe you are always going to need the right people around you to help push you, to inspire you, and to hold you accountable. Life is hard. We all go through struggles. And in those moments, you need people who will remind you of your greatness, who will lift you up when you feel down, and who will stand by your side. Not just when it's easy, but when it's difficult too. Look around you. Look at the people who you spend the most time with. These people will have an enormous impact on your life. Your friends, your colleagues, the people you hang out with, they are either helping you grow or holding you back. It's that simple. Have you ever heard someone say, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? There's truth in that. The people around you influence how you think, how you feel, and the actions you take every single day. If you want to change your life, you must change who you allow to influence you. Surround yourself with people who are going to challenge you, who are going to hold you to a higher standard, who will help you become the person you are capable of becoming. This isn't about having just any people around you. It's about having the right people. Let me make it clear. Having the right people in your life is a strategic decision. It's not random. You don't just happen to end up with good people around you. You have to make that choice. You have to be intentional about it. Now think about the people who you spend time with right now. Are they lifting you higher? Are they pushing you to grow? Or are they draining your energy? Are they encouraging you to pursue your dreams? Or are they telling you it's too hard? It's impossible. It's not worth it. You know, I've seen it time and time again. There are people who come into your life and they lift you up. They bring energy. They bring positivity. They bring ideas that help you think bigger. You can't help but be better when you're around people who have that kind of energy. But on the other hand, there are those people who, without even realizing it, drag you down. They are stuck in their own lives, in their own struggles, and they project that onto you. They might not even say it out loud, but their energy makes you feel like there's no point, like things aren't going to get better. That's not the kind of environment you need to be in if you want to grow. The people around you should make you want to be better. They should encourage you to pursue your goals, not because they need you to do it for them, but because they see your potential and want to see you succeed. They should push you when you feel like giving up, not because they want to see you fail, but because they believe in you even when you can't believe in yourself. You've heard me talk about setting standards for your life. This is one of those moments where you have to set a standard for the people you surround yourself with. You have to be picky about the people you let into your life. And I'm not saying that you need to cut everyone off who isn't perfect, but I am saying you need to recognize who is helping you and who is holding you back. You need to be aware of how the people around you make you feel and how they affect your mindset. Do they inspire you to work harder, dream bigger, and take more risks? Or do they make you doubt yourself and stay stuck in your comfort zone? One of the biggest gifts you can give yourself is the gift of a positive, supportive, and inspiring environment. This doesn't just apply to your friends, but also to your colleagues, mentors, and even your family. These people should make you feel energized, like you can take on the world. They should push you to be better,
and they should cheer you on when you make progress. But more than that, they should be there when things get tough. They should be there when you want to quit, when you feel defeated, and when you need a reminder of your strength. Imagine for a moment that you have a group of people around you who are doing just that. Imagine having people who are so committed to your growth that they hold you accountable for your actions. Imagine being surrounded by people who have already walked the path you want to walk, who have already achieved the success you want to achieve. They can show you what's possible, and they can teach you the lessons they've learned. But here's the key. They won't let you settle. They won't let you play small. They will push you not because they're trying to control you, but because they see the greatness in you that you might not see yet. The truth is, we all have a choice in who we let into our lives. You can choose to surround yourself with people who lift you up, or you can choose to surround yourself with people who keep you where you are. It's up to you. You are in control of who you let into your circle. If you want to elevate your life, you have to elevate the people around you. But the first step is taking a hard look at who you're spending your time with, and deciding if they are helping you get closer to your goals or pulling you further away. I want you to think about your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations. Where do you want to be a year from now? 5 years from now? 10 years from now? Do the people around you right now align with that vision? Do they inspire you to get there? Or do they hold you back? Do they encourage you to stay where you are and stay comfortable? It's not enough to just be around people who are nice. It's not enough to just be around people who are familiar. If you want more for your life, you have to raise your standards and surround yourself with people who raise their standards too. It's about the people who will challenge you, support you, and celebrate your victories with you. The right people will push you to be better, to dream bigger, and to take action, even when you feel like giving up. And don't be afraid to let go of the people who are no longer serving you. I know that's a hard thing to do. Sometimes it feels like you're betraying someone when you step away from them. But here's the thing. Your life is too precious, and your dreams are too important to stay stuck in a relationship that's not helping you grow. Don't be afraid to outgrow certain people. It's not about turning your back on them. It's about making room for the people who will help you become the person you are meant to be. When you surround yourself with people who are lifting you up, you will start to see changes in your own life. You will begin to think differently. You will start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You will start to believe in yourself in ways you never thought possible. That's the power of the right people. But it's not just about surrounding yourself with the right people. It's about becoming the right person yourself. The more you grow, the more you will attract people who are on the same journey. You will start to notice that the people you attract into your life are those who share your vision, your goals, and your values. That's how it works. You become the person you want to be around, and in turn you attract others who are on the same path. Now think about this. The people who you are spending time with right now, the ones who are influencing your thoughts, your actions, and your decisions. Do they inspire you to be your best self? Are they helping you grow? Are they pushing you forward? If not, it's time to make a change. Start looking for people who will challenge you, who will help you grow, and who will be there for you when times get tough. It's time to surround yourself with people who will lift you higher, who will push you to do more, to be more, and to become the person you were meant to be. You don't have to do this alone. You weren't meant to. Find the people who will support you, guide you, and encourage you to reach for the stars. And as you do that, you will see your life transform in ways you never imagined possible. Now is the time to take control of your environment, the time to surround yourself with people who lift you higher. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the right time. Start today. Choose to surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you to be better. Your future depends on it.
Number 7. Focus your time on what truly matters to you. There's something you need to understand about life and success. Time is your most valuable asset. It's the one thing you can never get back. Once it's gone forever. And yet most people spend their time on things that don't truly matter, things that don't bring them closer to their goals or to the life they truly want to live. They get distracted, they get caught up in the noise, and they waste time on things that won't make a real difference. So the first step toward building a better life, the first step toward success, is learning how to focus your time on what truly matters. The things that will move you forward,
the things that will bring you closer to your dreams, the things that will create the kind of life you want to have. It's easy to get distracted. The world is full of distractions, social media, television, people asking for your time and attention. All of it is pulling you away from what you truly need to be doing. You've got to be willing to take control of your time, and that means you've got to learn how to focus on the things that really matter. Think about the goals you have in life. What are the things that truly matter to you? What are the things that when you look back, you'll be proud to have spent your time on? I want you to really think about that for a moment. Too many people go through life without ever stopping to ask themselves these questions. They get caught up in the daily grind, the routine, and they lose sight of what's important. And before they know it, years have passed, and they've spent their time on things that don't move them forward. But you have the power to change that. You can decide today to stop wasting time on things that don't matter and start focusing on the things that will help you grow, help you build a better future, and help you become the person you want to be. But it starts with making that decision. It starts with taking responsibility for how you spend your time and committing to using it wisely. Now let's talk about what matters. When you're deciding what to focus your time on, it's important to remember that not everything is created equal. There are things in your life that will move you toward your goals and things that will keep you stuck. You've got to be able to distinguish between the two. Start with the things that align with your long-term vision. What do you want your life to look like 5, 10, or 20 years from now? You can't get to that future if you're not spending your time on things that will help you get there. That means putting time into the things that will grow you, develop you, and push you towards success. Whether that's working on your personal development, your career, your relationships, or your health, if it matters to your future, it deserves your time and attention. Now, this isn't to say you should neglect everything else. It's important to find balance in your life. But the point is that when you're making decisions about how to spend your time, you've got to ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to where I want to be, or is it just taking me off course? Too often people spend their time on things that are urgent, but not important. These are the things that seem like they need to be done right now, but in the grand scheme of things, they don't really matter. They're distractions. They're the things that keep you busy but don't move you forward. Think about all the time you spend scrolling through social media, watching random videos, or getting caught up in other people's drama. How much of that is really helping you? How much of that is truly moving you toward your goals? I'm not saying you shouldn't relax or take a break, but you've got to be intentional about how you spend your time. When you start focusing on what truly matters, you'll see a shift in your life. You'll stop wasting time on things that don't add value, and you'll start investing your time in the things that do. But this requires discipline. You've got to be disciplined about your time. You've got to learn how to say no to the things that don't serve your goals. It's easy to say yes to everything, to try to please everyone and be everywhere. But that's not the way to success. The successful people I know have mastered the art of saying no. They've learned to protect their time. They understand that every yes to something that doesn't matter is a no to something that does. Take a moment to look at your schedule. How are you spending your time? If you're not spending time on the things that will move you closer to your dreams, it's time for a change. It's time to refocus. It's time to decide that you're going to take control of your time and make sure that every moment counts. Now let's talk about how you can actually do this. How can you focus your time on what truly matters? First, you need to get clear on your priorities. What are the most important things in your life right now? What are the things that, if you dedicated time to them, would bring the biggest results? Once you've identified your priorities, start by setting aside time for them every day. You need to treat your priorities like appointments. Block off time in your day to work on your goals, whether that's building your business, improving your health, or learning something new. Don't let anything get in the way of this time. Treat it with the same importance as a meeting with your boss or a doctor's appointment. If you want to be successful, you've got to be serious about your time. You've got to take it seriously. Every day is an opportunity to make progress toward your goals, but if you're not focused, that opportunity can slip away without you even realizing it. That's why it's so important to create a daily routine that supports your goals. When you have a routine, you don't waste time deciding what to do next. You already know what's important, and you make sure that you spend your time on those things. Another key to focusing your time on what matters is to eliminate distractions. Distractions are the enemy of productivity.
They steal your time and pull you away from your goals. The good news is that you have the power to eliminate them. Whether it's turning off notifications on your phone, setting up a dedicated workspace, or simply choosing to focus for a set amount of time, you can create an environment that supports your focus. Discipline is a big part of this. You've got to be disciplined enough to stay focused on the things that matter, even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable. But remember, the more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes. And when you start seeing the results of your efforts, it will make it all worth it. One final thing I want to say is this: your time is a reflection of your values. How you spend your time shows what's truly important to you. If you want to know where your priorities are, look at how you're spending your time. If your actions are not aligned with your values, then it's time for a change. Start focusing your time on what truly matters to you, and you'll start seeing the results in your life. You can't afford to waste time anymore. You can't afford to keep putting off what's important. Your future depends on how you spend your time today. So take control. Focus on the things that truly matter. And remember, time is the one thing you can't get back. Use it wisely, and you'll build the life you've always dreamed of.
Number 8. Push beyond comfort and step into real opportunities. Life is full of challenges. It's never as easy as we hope it will be. And there's always something that tries to hold us back. But if you want to grow, if you want to change your life, you have to make a decision. And that decision is simple. You have to push beyond your comfort zone. Comfort is where growth goes to die. It's where potential is buried. It's where you stop progressing. The only way to move forward is to take that first step into something uncomfortable. But here's the truth. Stepping out of your comfort zone isn't easy. It's not meant to be. It's hard, it's scary, and it takes a lot of courage. But it is absolutely necessary. It's how you create real opportunities for yourself. It's how you go from where you are now to where you want to be. The most successful people in the world did not get where they are by sitting in their comfort zones. They got there by pushing through fear, through discomfort, through the unknown. They understood that true opportunities don't come to you while you're sitting back and playing it safe. They come when you take action, when you're willing to step into something that feels risky. Most people want to live a better life. They want more success, more happiness, more fulfillment. But the reason so many people never get what they want is because they won't step outside the comfort zone. They won't push beyond what's easy and familiar. It's natural to want to stay where things feel safe, but it's also a trap. You'll never grow by doing the same thing over and over again. You'll never move forward if you keep repeating the same comfortable patterns that have brought you to where you are right now. So let's talk about this idea of comfort. What is it really? Comfort is simply the feeling of familiarity. It's the state where we feel safe and secure. It's the place where we don't have to think too hard, where we don't have to risk failure, and where we don't have to challenge ourselves. And while comfort feels good, it's also the place where growth stops. It's like trying to grow a plant in a pot that's too small. The plant might grow for a while, but eventually it will outgrow its environment and stop thriving. That's what happens to you when you stay in your comfort zone. You stop thriving. You stop reaching for your potential. You might not realize it, but you're just going through the motions, staying in the same routine, doing what's easy and familiar. And as time passes, you'll realize that nothing has really changed. Your dreams are still out of reach, and the life you want still feels like something that happens to other people, not you. But here's the great news. All that can change. You have the ability to step out of that comfort zone, to push beyond what's easy, and to step into the opportunities that are waiting for you. The good news is that the more you push yourself out of your comfort zone, the easier it becomes. Each time you take that leap, you build more confidence. You build more belief in yourself. You begin to realize that you are capable of more than you thought. This isn't about taking reckless risks. It's about taking smart risks. It's about moving from your comfort zone into the discomfort of growth, where real opportunities lie. Those opportunities are there, but you have to meet them with action. You have to show up, even when it's uncomfortable. You have to push yourself, even when you don't feel ready. You have to step forward when every part of you wants to stay back. Think about the opportunities you have in your life right now. What are the things you've been putting off? The things you've been avoiding because they seem difficult or scary. Maybe it's starting a new project, asking for a raise, changing your career, or pursuing a passion that's been on your heart for a long time. The truth is,
If you want those opportunities to open up for you, you can't wait for the perfect moment. You can't wait for the fear to go away, for the uncertainty to disappear. You have to push through it. You have to take that first step, even if you don't know exactly where it will lead. The reason people avoid stepping out of their comfort zone is because they're afraid. Fear is natural. It's part of being human. But here's the key. Fear doesn't have to control you. It doesn't have to stop you from taking action. Fear is just a feeling. It's not a fact. It's not the truth. And the more you face that fear, the less control it has over you. When you take action in spite of fear, you build confidence. You prove to yourself that you can handle challenges, that you are capable of overcoming whatever comes your way. Now I know what you might be thinking. What if I fail? And I'll tell you right now, you will fail. We all do. Failure is part of the process. It's not the end of the world. In fact, it's a necessary part of success. You can't succeed without failure. It's through failure that you learn, that you grow, that you get better. So yes, you will fail, but you'll also get back up. You'll learn from the experience, and you'll keep moving forward. Don't be afraid of failure. Be afraid of never trying. Be afraid of staying stuck in the same place, of never reaching your potential, of never stepping into the opportunities that are out there waiting for you. That's what you should fear. Not pushing yourself, not taking that step into the unknown. Think about the people you admire the most. What do they all have in common? They didn't get to where they are by staying in their comfort zones. They got there by taking risks, by pushing through their fears, by stepping into the unknown, and by doing the things that were uncomfortable. They made a choice to go after their goals, even when it was hard. And that's exactly what you need to do. You have to choose to step out of your comfort zone. It's a choice. You have the power to decide that you're done playing it safe. You have the power to decide that you're ready for more. And when you make that choice, when you commit to stepping into the discomfort, that's when the real opportunities start to show up. I can't tell you exactly what those opportunities will look like. They might not be what you expect. They might not come in the way you imagine. But that's the beauty of stepping out of your comfort zone. You open yourself up to new possibilities. You create room for the unexpected to happen. You make space for the life you've always dreamed of. And when those opportunities show up, you've got to be ready to grab them. You've got to be ready to take action. The world doesn't wait for you to be ready. The world doesn't wait for you to feel comfortable. It's moving. And if you want to be a part of that, if you want to grab hold of the opportunities that are waiting for you, you've got to be willing to step into the discomfort. Here's the key takeaway. Nothing worth having comes easy. Real opportunities, the ones that will change your life, are on the other side of fear, of doubt, of discomfort, but they are waiting for you. You've got to take the first step. You've got to push beyond your comfort zone. And when you do, you'll find that the opportunities you've been waiting for have been there all along. You just had to be brave enough to step into them.
Number 9. Discipline yourself to do what must be done daily. We all want to live a better life. We want success, fulfillment, happiness, and all the good things that come with it. But the truth is, success doesn't come from big, dramatic changes or overnight breakthroughs. Success comes from daily actions, consistent efforts, and the discipline to do what must be done, even when we don't feel like it. You see, discipline is the foundation upon which everything else is built. If you want to create lasting success in your life, if you want to build the future you dream of, it starts with the simple, everyday choices you make. It starts with the ability to do the things you know you need to do, even when they're not easy, even when they're not fun, and even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is not about punishment, it's about structure. It's about giving yourself the freedom to create the life you want. It's about taking control of your actions, your habits, and your time. Because without discipline, everything falls apart. Without discipline, you'll get distracted, you'll lose focus, and you'll find yourself living a life that's reactive instead of proactive. Think about it for a moment. What do you want your life to look like? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? The reality is, it won't happen without consistent effort. You can't achieve success by doing things when it's convenient or when you feel like it. That's not how the world works. The world rewards those who show up every single day, who do the work, and who stay disciplined enough to push through the difficult moments.
Discipline is the key that unlocks the door to your goals. It's the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. But here's the thing. Discipline isn't something you either have or you don't. It's a skill that you can develop. It's a muscle that you can build. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes. And once you've developed that muscle, it will carry you through every challenge, every obstacle, and every setback that life throws at you. It starts with small, simple actions. You don't need to make huge changes all at once. You don't need to go from 0 to 100 overnight. What you need is consistency. Consistency in doing the right things even when it's hard. Consistency in taking action every day, even when you don't feel motivated. That's where discipline comes in. It's about doing what needs to be done, no matter what. Look at the most successful people in the world. They didn't get to where they are by waiting for motivation to strike. They didn't get there by hoping things would just fall into place. They got there by making a commitment to themselves to show up every day, to do the work, and to stay disciplined no matter what. And that's the key to your success as well. You have to commit to doing the things that will move you forward, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's inconvenient, and even when you'd rather be doing something else. The most important thing you can do is to establish daily habits. Your habits will either make you or break you. Your habits are the building blocks of your future. They determine your level of success, your happiness, your health, and your relationships. Everything that matters starts with the small daily decisions you make, and those decisions come from discipline. What are the habits that will get you closer to your goals? What are the things you know you need to do every single day to move forward? Whether it's waking up early, working out, reading, writing, studying, or anything else that aligns with your vision, those are the things you need to commit to. And you need to commit to them every single day. I know life gets in the way. There will be days when things don't go according to plan. There will be days when you're tired, when you're distracted, and when everything feels harder than it should. But that's when your discipline will matter the most. It's easy to be disciplined when things are going smoothly, but it's your discipline that will carry you through the tough days. It's your discipline that will get you back on track when you've slipped up, when you've made a mistake, or when you've lost focus. Discipline doesn't mean you're perfect. It doesn't mean you'll always do everything right, but it does mean that you'll stay consistent. It means that even when you fall short, you'll get back up and keep going. Discipline is about progress, not perfection. It's about building momentum, one small step at a time. Here's the reality. If you don't build discipline now, you'll find yourself stuck. You'll find yourself making excuses, putting things off, and letting life pass you by. The longer you wait to build the habits that will move you forward, the harder it will be to make progress. It's easy to let the days slip away, but before you know it, you'll look back and realize that time has passed, and you haven't moved any closer to your goals. So how do you start? It starts with making a decision. You have to decide that you're going to take control of your life, that you're going to take responsibility for your actions, and that you're going to show up every day, no matter what. It's about making a commitment to yourself, and then following through. It's about doing what must be done, even when you don't feel like it. Start small. Pick one thing that you know you need to do every day, and commit to doing it. Maybe it's exercising for 30 minutes. Maybe it's reading for 20 minutes. Maybe it's writing in a journal. Or maybe it's spending quality time with your family. Whatever it is, start with one thing, and do it every single day. When you do this, you'll begin to build momentum. You'll start to feel the difference in your life. As you build that momentum, you'll start adding more positive habits. You'll start doing the things that will move you closer to your goals. And eventually, these habits will become automatic. You won't have to think about them. They'll become part of who you are. And that's when you'll start seeing real progress. That's when you'll start seeing the life you've always wanted to live. The power of discipline lies in the small, everyday actions. The choices you make today will shape your tomorrow. If you want a better future, you need to take the right actions today. The difference between where you are now and where you want to be is the daily decisions you make. And those decisions come from your discipline. But you need to know this. The journey won't always be easy. There will be moments when you want to quit.
There will be moments when you're tempted to give up, but that's when your discipline will matter most. You have to push through the tough times. You have to stay focused on the bigger picture. Keep reminding yourself why you started, and keep pushing forward, even when it feels hard. Discipline is what will separate you from the people who give up when things get tough. Discipline is what will give you the strength to keep going when everyone else around you is making excuses. Discipline is the thing that will set you apart and help you achieve the success that you want. So commit to doing what must be done every single day. Commit to building the habits that will move you forward. And no matter how difficult it may seem at times, remember this: the road to success is built on small, consistent actions. It's built on the discipline to do what must be done, even when you don't feel like it. And when you do that, when you show up every day, you'll be amazed at the results you'll see in your life. You'll see your dreams come to life, one small step at a time.
Number 10. Refuse to settle for anything less than your best. Success in life is a result of consistently putting in your best effort. You have the power to create a life that is meaningful, fulfilling, and truly exceptional. But here's the problem. Far too many people are willing to settle for mediocrity. They're willing to accept things as they are, even though deep down, they know they could be doing better. And that, my friend, is a decision that will hold you back from achieving your true potential. If you're going to achieve anything in this world, whether it's success, happiness, financial freedom, or personal growth, you have to make a decision. You have to decide that you will refuse to settle for anything less than your best. You have to get to the point where you're no longer willing to accept the status quo, where you're no longer willing to settle for good enough. You have to raise your standards and demand the best from yourself each and every day. When you make that decision, when you truly commit to putting in your best effort, things begin to change. The world begins to open up. Opportunities you never even saw before start to present themselves. People start to notice. You start to notice the difference in yourself. You begin to realize just how much you are capable of when you stop settling for less and start giving it everything you've got. Settling is a silent killer of success. It whispers to you, convincing you that you don't need to work any harder, that you can just take the easy way out, that it's okay to be good enough. But good enough is not enough. Good enough won't get you the life you want. It won't give you the sense of fulfillment you're seeking. It won't take you to the places you dream of going. Every day you face a choice. You can either put in your best effort and push yourself to be better, or you can take the easy way out and accept mediocrity. And if you make the choice to settle for less than your best, you're giving up on your future. You're giving up on the person you could become, the life you could create, and the legacy you could leave behind. It's as simple as that. The people who achieve the most in life, the ones who make the biggest impact, are the ones who refuse to settle. They know that nothing worthwhile comes without effort, and they are willing to do whatever it takes to reach their goals. They are willing to work harder, push further, and go the extra mile. They know that their best effort today will build the foundation for the life they want tomorrow. They don't cut corners. They don't take shortcuts. They refuse to settle for anything less than the best. It's not about being perfect. Perfection is an illusion. Nobody is perfect, and nobody expects you to be. But excellence, that's what you should strive for. Excellence means doing everything you can to improve, to be better, to push yourself. Excellence means never being satisfied with the bare minimum. It means taking pride in your work, your actions, and the way you show up every day. When you refuse to settle for anything less than your best, you're choosing to show up with excellence. Excellence doesn't come by accident. It's a habit, a mindset, and a decision you make every day. It's about doing the things that matter most, even when no one is watching. It's about doing the work, even when it's hard. It's about pushing through obstacles, challenges, and setbacks, and doing it with a sense of purpose and determination. Excellence is about showing up consistently, not just when it's easy, but every single day. You might feel like you've already done enough. You might feel like you've put in your time, done your part, and worked hard. But here's the thing. The moment you start to feel like you've done enough is the moment you start to lose. It's the moment you stop growing. It's the moment you start to settle. And that's the moment when your dreams start slipping away. This isn't about being the best compared to others. This isn't a competition with anyone else. It's about being the best version of yourself. It's about being the person you are capable of being, not the person you've settled for being. It's about looking in the mirror every day and knowing that you gave everything you had, that you put in your best effort, and that you didn't hold anything back. When you refuse to settle for less than your best, you stop letting excuses control you. You stop letting fear, doubt, and insecurity dictate your actions. You stop letting the opinions of others affect your decisions. You stop letting the challenges and obstacles in your path stop you from moving forward. You begin to take full responsibility for your life and your future. You begin to realize that you are the only one who can determine your level of success. You are the one who has the power to decide how high you'll reach, how far you'll go, and how much you'll accomplish. But the road to refusing to settle is not an easy one. It requires a level of discipline, commitment, and dedication that most people aren't willing to give. It requires sacrifice. It requires putting in the work even when it feels uncomfortable. It requires pushing through when others are quitting and staying focused when distractions are pulling at you. But if you can commit to refusing to settle, if you can push yourself to always give your best, you will begin to see the results. You will start to build the life you've always dreamed of. You have to make this decision every day. It's not a one-time decision. Every day you have to choose to refuse to settle. Every day you have to decide that you're going to put in your best effort. And every day you have to remind yourself that your best is always enough. Your best effort combined with consistency will lead you to success. It's easy to look at someone who is successful and think they've had it easy, that they got there because of luck or circumstance. But the truth is, success doesn't come from luck. It comes from discipline, from hard work, from persistence, and from the refusal to settle for anything less than your best. Successful people are not exceptional because of some unique talent or gift. They are exceptional because they made the decision to give everything they had. They made the decision to push themselves, to stay focused, and to never settle for less than their best. This is your life. You are the one who has the power to make it what you want it to be. You are the one who has the ability to shape your future, but it won't happen if you keep settling for less. It won't happen if you keep taking shortcuts or cutting corners. It won't happen if you don't show up every day and give your best effort. So commit to excellence. Commit to doing the work. Commit to putting in the effort, even when it's hard, even when it feels like it's too much, even when you'd rather take the easy route. Commit to refusing to settle for anything less than your best. When you do this, you will open the door to the success and fulfillment you've been searching for, and you will create a life that is truly extraordinary. You have everything you need to make it happen. It's time to give your best.